Hey everyone, how you doing? I know it's been a few minutes since I've really updated the channel or whatever, and I'm really sorry about that. If you have read the blog at all, a while back ago, my cousin Michael was hit and killed by a drunk driver, and so everything just kind of got put on pause for a little bit so that I could be there for the family and we could just take time to mourn and grieve or whatever else. But where it, losing a family member is never easy, and especially losing one to like a ridiculous violence like um, hit and run or any of that other stuff, or being hit by a drunk driver. That's even harder. So that's kind of why I did the little hiatus, and so um, I'm back now, and just wanted to. Sorry, I have hiccups. I just really wanted to get back and just kind of catch up with what's going on in life. So the last few weeks, having dealt with the passing of my cousin and stuff like that, has been a little interesting. Just to see how the family came together and how we all just kind of supported one another and what have you, and then of course being there for my cousin, or my cousin, yeah, his mom. So um, anyways, so yeah, that's been fun and interesting. And then aside from that, though, Uh, I've been spending some time with a friend of mine, and she has turned out to be just like an amazing person, and I'm so blessed to have her in my life. Probably one of the funnest girlfriends I've had in a while. And by girlfriend, I'm not meaning like we're dating one another, but she's a girl and a friend, girlfriend, that type of girlfriend. We just go out, we have fun. We try to make it a point to go out on Tuesdays and Thursdays every week, unless there's something that's going on, and then we'll reschedule it for like a different day. But for the most part, we go out every Tuesday and Thursday, and we've been going out and taking pictures on Thursday. And um, photography has always been like one of my passions ever since my mom and dad got me my first digital camera back in like 2000. And yeah, I think it was 2000. It was for my birthday in 2000, 2000 or 2002. um all I know is the camera that they got me was a really nice camera, and then my house burnt down like 4 months later, so I really didn't even have a chance to um enjoy it as much as I wanted to. And it came with one of those big thick MMC cards, the ones that were uh like three of these together, like that big. Yeah, I think it held maybe 250 megabytes. But yeah, so ever since then, I've really enjoyed taking pictures and going out and just photographing things, and even took a couple of classes in college for it. And I never knew what I was going to do with it, if I was going to do anything outside of just having a hobby. And um, so I've been introducing my friend into photography, and she has a okay camera. It's a Kodak Easy Share 3.2 megapixel, and it takes phenomenal pictures with the correct lighting, but it's the very basic model of the Easy Share. And I'm not putting her down or her camera down at all, but the pictures that she does take is pretty amazing. And even if you have a really crappy camera with proper lighting and stuff like that, you can take amazing pictures. And I have three different cameras that I use. I have a 16 megapixel, a 8 megapixel, and a 5 megapixel. And the 5 megapixel I picked up for $2 at a thrift store, and it came with the docking cradle and all kinds of other stuff. And it's actually a really nice one. It's a Casio. Um, what is this? Exlim, EXLIM, or EXILIM. I don't know how to pronounce that, but yeah, it's a nice camera, really lightweight. The only bitch that I have with this camera is that um, if you're not really steady with your hands, sometimes it won't take a good picture, like it'll blur it. Where with my other camera, the 16 megapixel one, which is this one's a GE X500. It has an image stabilizer in it, so you could like be shaking the hell out of this camera and still snap a good picture. And it also has an amazing lens on it. It only has and it also has 15x zoom. So this is the camera that I use the most, and it's my baby. I picked it up off of Amazon for $120 back when I first got on Social Security, and they give you your back payments or whatever. So it was a present to myself, like an early Christmas present, and it came with a 8 or 16 gigabyte memory card, a carrying case, and cleansing, like a cleaning thing and all that other stuff. So yeah, and then the 8 megapixel camera is actually my phone, and it's Samsung Galaxy S3. My mom got this for me a year and a half or 2 years ago. So this thing takes some amazing pictures, and I've learned how to do all the special features or whatever on it, but that's not the point of this video. I didn't want to like do a whole camera review or whatever. Just kind of showing you some of the things that I've been doing, and I may put up a online stored or online photo album just to give you some like idea of what I've done, or I might include a picture or two at the end of the video. Actually, I think that's probably what I'm gonna do, just because I don't feel like creating a whole website just for my pictures. But yeah, above and beyond that, I have done a couple of new reviews, and there's going to be some new reviews showing up on the blog. And another girlfriend of mine from Vegas hooked me up with a couple of review sites. So with these review sites, what they do is you sign up for them, and then you're able to get products sent out to you where you can just review the products. And so I've received actually quite a few different things so far, which I'm really kind of happy about. One of them is this gift set. It looks like a wine bottle, and then on the inside of it, it's got all these like different little tools for opening up wines and things like that. And as I mentioned in one of my other videos, I started up a wine blog, and so it looks like a bottle of wine. Then you open it up, and it's got all these cool little tools in it. So it's got an aerator, a foil cutter, a wine sleeve. This is what you put over the wine bottle to keep it from dripping. A corkscrew. This corkscrew is actually called a waiter's corkscrew because it has the corkscrew, a knife, and a bottle opener on it. And then this thing here is a a wine, kind of like a cork, just a little bit more fancy. But yeah, it looks like it's really nice and good durable plastic too. And it's by Kovat. Yeah, got that on got that as a review and really enjoy it. I actually haven't used any of the tools as of yet, but I have similar ones in my collection already, so just just trying to keep it nice and pretty. And let's see, what else have I done? Oh, I got some essential lemon oil, and this stuff is frignickin' amazing. It's by Sun Essential Oils, and it's 100% pure lemon oil. And what lemon oil is really good for is like reducing stress. You can use it as a topical facial cleanser, and it helps to like reduce spots, reduce the swelling if you use it as a facial wash. The way that it reduces stress is you put it in one of those oil burners from like Scentsy or something like that, or like one of those potpourri burners that you can find at like the Dollar Tree or something. And it also helps with eliminating fat. So if you use it as like a weight supplement, add it to food and things like that, it helps burn away fat. And then I suck at pronouncing this, but this is the other thing. Garcinia Cambodia, or Cambodia. It's a weight loss pill, or well, not really a weight loss pill. It's a dietary supplement, and this is made from the fruit of the tamarind tree. And you may have seen it on Dr. Oz or any number of different places because it's like the latest thing, and it's actually FDA approved, which, you know, the FDA really doesn't ever put anything on or put their stamp of a seal on anything. And then I also got some green tea powder, but that's all the way back in the kitchen. And so with the green tea powder, you can cook it into like baked goods, or you can actually drink it like a regular tea, or put it into smoothies. And I've drank it as a tea, and it is so good, but it's really green. Like, you know, if you went to a health food store or like a Jamba Juice or something like that, and you had them do like a couple of shots of wheatgrass, it's that type of green, not like the color green. It just tastes really healthy and really like just plants, earthy, but in the best possible way. Now, for me, I really love green drinks like that and stuff, so I love it. But for other people who aren't too hip on like overly green foods, you're not gonna like it. But yeah, I've had it in tea. I've had it in a smoothie, and all I did with the smoothie was just added it, or put some blueberries in there, added a half a tablespoon of the powder, and blended it up, and it was amazing. What else? So yeah, I haven't cooked with it yet. I just haven't figured out a recipe that I want to try with it in there. So, anyways, yeah. And also, freaking this weather here in Washington, we have had record high temperatures. Like, there was a week where it was almost in the hundreds, and I'm pretty sure some days it actually was in the hundreds. And for here in Washington, that is really bad. Like, the week the weekend before and the weekend of the 4th of July, it was really hot, really miserable, and really dry. And so the couple of days after the 4th, we had some really good summer thunderstorms, and it just cooled things back off. Yesterday it got pretty hot. It was like 78 to 85. And today it looks like it's probably going to be kind of warm again. So hopefully it acts right, because growing up out in the desert and living in Palm Springs and all that other stuff, I was used to it being 125, 130 degrees, like no problem. But having lived here in Washington now for 8 years, or going on 8 years, it's a whole different ballpark. Usually our temperatures aren't much above 60, and if it is 60 and above, then people start dying. And like some of our coldest mornings, I've seen it 0. So yeah, I'm just like, okay. So going from a constant heat of 80 to 130 to a place where it's on its coldest day 0, on its hottest day typically 65 to 72. Huge difference when it decides to start getting hotter. You could probably hear it. I have 2 fans going, and I have my fans going 24 hours a day, just regardless of how cold it gets at night, because I know in the morning it's going to be warm. And the cats really appreciate the fact that I do keep that going, because I think like right now 1 or 2 of them are laying in front of the fan that's on the floor. And I'm not a crazy cat lady person. I only have the 2 cats. So anyways, but yeah, so I'm just at this point kind of rambling, but I just wanted to touch bases, and yeah, I haven't forgotten y'all. The hiatus was just in respect for my family, and just trying to get everything situated, funeral arrangements and so on and so forth. Oh, one more thing before I go, and I've touched on this topic multiple times in the past, but I just feel that I should say something about this again. This goes out to all the trolls who decide to watch my videos and think that their 2 cents are desired and required, or even needed. And this goes out to y'all. All you do by posting your stupid negative comments on my videos, on my blog, on my page, throughout my social media, all you're doing is showing your level of ignorance, your level of intolerance, and just the overall stupidity of improper upbringing, I should say, not improper. So you know what? You could be pissed off, you could be upset, you can say every horrible, mean, negative thing you have to do. It's not going to change who I am. It's not going to change what I report about. It's not going to change what I blog about. It's not going to change a damn thing in my life. As a matter of fact, your negative comments fuel me, because there are people who are suffering with the same stuff that I'm going through. There are people who don't have a voice, who don't have that ability to get in front of a camera and open themselves up to millions of viewers and just talk about the pain that's in their hearts. And you know what? If it makes you feel better to use me as a punching bag and to verbally assault me online, go right on ahead. I can take it. And 9 times out of 10, what ends up happening is I delete your comments and I block you. Because My social media is just that. It's my social media. It's my thoughts, my feelings, my day-to-day, my life. What I decide to put on there is what I decide to put on there. Simple as that. And for those tech savvy trolls of you, you know that there's this thing called Google Analytics. So every time you view one of my videos and you leave your negative comment, all that does is boost my rating across the board. So, thank you. Thank you for making my channel more popular. But just know, I will delete you, or block you, or both. Just because you are upset doesn't give you the right to use my channel to talk your crap about me or anyone else. And I do monitor my comments, maybe not as closely as I should, but I have deleted and blocked people before for having fights on my threads. So just, thank you. Continue to bring your negative comments if you feel you need to, but really it doesn't change a damn thing in my life. I'm sorry that you're upset that I am on Social Security. I'm sorry that you're upset that you think that I'm just sucking from the system. But here's the great thing about Social Security. I paid into it for the time that I worked. So, whatever you're pissed off about, get unpissed, because Social Security only pays out those who have paid into it. And like I've said in other videos, I had to jump through a shit ton of hoops and damn near become a circus poodle in order to even be considered for Social Security. And then I had to go before a federal judge. Not just, a regular county judge or whatever, a federal judge who specialized in Social Security claims and hearings and stuff like that. And I had to get a lawyer. And so, out of my team of doctors that I had to talk to, and out of this team of state doctors that I had to talk to, and that had to review my medical files, my psychiatric profiles, my counseling profiles, and so on and so forth, out of all of those people, plus a federal judge, and I got it, that means I need it and that I deserve it. There's no way that somebody can consistently and meticulously carry out a lie with that many people. And when I say a team of doctors, I'm talking about 8 personal medical doctors, 7 county doctors, 5 state doctors, and 3 reviewers. That's just the medical part of it. Now, the mental health part of it, I saw a social worker, a county social worker. I saw a state therapist. I saw a state psychologist. And then I saw a Social Security therapist and psychologist. And then after working with them, I had to go back through the mental health system and see a bunch of different people in there. Then I had to go and deal with the Department of Social Services, or in the state of Washington, DSHS. And I had to deal with all their bullshit, all of their hoops, and all that other stuff. Then I had to go before a federal judge, and he said, Mr. Peterson, out of the 28,000 pages, 28,000, yes, you heard me, he had a stack like that on his desk. I'm no, I'm sorry. It wasn't 28,000. That was an exaggeration. That was something completely different. It was only 5,000, but still stacked like that. He's all, out of all the papers within your file, I only gone through 120 pages of it, and I skimmed through the rest. Out of the 120 pages that I've read, you are by far the most qualified person that I've ever seen come before me. I don't know if that was a compliment or whatever else, but you know what? There it is. So, yeah, after having to go through all of that and still maintain my lie, I deserve an Academy Award. I really do. But you know what? Be pissed off, be angry, do whatever. Scream about you're not disabled, you don't know what it's like. Tell me your story, tell me your boohoo, tell me whatever you gotta tell me. But the fact of the matter is, a federal judge, a team of doctors, a team of therapists, and psychologists all say that I needed the help that I am now receiving. And if you think it's a glamorous life, I challenge you to live on less than $900 a month. Go ahead. I'll wait. I get $750 a month. 650 of that 750 goes to my rent. 650 right off the top. Not including my lights. Okay. $80 of that 750 goes to my internet and my cable. There's my entire $750. 161 is for food. Sometimes I get the full 161. Sometimes I don't get the full 161. Then I get $33.66 for other essentials. Toilet paper, toothpaste, that. That's all the money I receive in a month. So, if you think you could live on that, go right on ahead. I beg you to try. Now, you're probably thinking, oh, well, you said something about your phone. Yeah, here's a phone. This phone right here is paid by my mom. It's a straight talk phone, pay as you go. She pays 3 months at a time, $180 every 3 months. She had to put out the original investment for the phone because the phone itself was $500, but $180 every 3 months. Well, Michael, what about having Obama phones? Well, I have one of those also. That's my backup emergency phone, just in case my mom can't pay that bill. Well, Michael, we saw that you have two cameras. Like I said, one I bought with my back money, the other one I paid $2 for. And that was $2 that I just happened to have in change. But, Michael, what about your light bill? Well, see, funny thing about that is, I don't actually pay that. Thankfully, my sister pays it. And that ties into why I sometimes don't get the full amount of my food stamps. Or my food stamps. Because if she's having a short month because she's paid the bills and everything else, I kick her down with food, kind of like a trade-off system. If she did not pay for my lights, I would not be able to live on my own. Well, Michael, what about public housing or Section 8, blah blah blah? Well, Section 8 typically has a waiting list that is 6 to 7 years long, and they close it off every so often, and you just never know when or if you're going to hear from them. And as for low income housing, well, the people who live in the low income housing in these areas are not the best people to be around. And, that's it doesn't matter where you're at. Typically, you're not going to be around the best people. And what little bit I do have, I don't want my house broken into and people stealing and everything else. And with my anxiety and depression and the bipolar and all that other shit, I really don't think I could handle apartment living. And plus, the apartments around here all have waiting lists. So even if I needed to get into an apartment, I still have to wait God knows how long. So, yeah, I challenge you to live my life. So, anyways, I'm going to let you all go. It's been almost 33 minutes worth of me rambling. So, have a great day, and I will speak with you all later.